We're talking about two big wins in this week's edition of Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. Coming up today, highlights from the game at Charleston and the home game against Campbell University. Our player profile introduces us to Shamar Rattan-Mays, new member on this team, a transfer from Youngstown State. We'll also have our play of the week, a big moment in that Campbell game on Saturday. The player of the week, a big performance from Saturday and from Thursday as well. And we'll take a look at the standings. It's getting very interesting at the top. The Seahawks a chance to get into first place with two big games this week, including a matchup with Drexel at home on Thursday night. All that coming up this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. Anticipated pass. Oh, Whitfield dunk this time from Trezarian White. Instead of dunk for Horton Hayes.
Come on, pressure it! Pressure it!
Well, UNCW coming off a really good week of basketball, taking on Charleston and Campbell, one on the road, one at home, and the Seahawks get a couple of victories. Mike Vaccaro here alongside Takeo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. Coach, maybe one of the biggest weeks so far in conference play for you. You go to Charleston, you win down there in a really tough physical game, and then you come back in a tight game with Campbell on Saturday, able to outlast the Campbells there and stay perfect at home this season.
Yeah, it was a big week for our program for sure. We've taken a couple tough losses, a few tough losses, and for us to put together a good week like that in February as we get ready to go to March and start playing some really good basketball, it was huge for our confidence.
As you said, it's kind of championship DNA right now for this team. Let's talk about Charleston here. Second meeting in less than 2 weeks after you beat them here at home at Trask Coliseum. You go down there. What was the key and what adjustments maybe did you make even coming off that win?
Yeah, we wanted to change our pick and roll coverage up a little bit. And then we had to clean up the rebounding. They had 17 offensive rebounds. So we wanted to clean that up. And then on top of that, the offensive attack. I thought we played too much one-on-one basketball because we weren't using our screens good enough in the half court. So we had to clean that up, and I thought our guys did a really good job executing the game plan.
And in a hostile environment as well. I know you prepared going into that game. It seems like your kids dealt with that very well.
Yeah, we've played in Rupp. We play in Trask where it's loud. So we just tried to prepare them as much as we could for a hostile environment. I think we handled it well. We didn't flinch one bit.
Exciting game inside TD Arena Thursday night in Charleston. UNCW College of Charleston's second meeting already of the season. Let's take a look now at the highlights.
His 1,000th point as a Cougar. Back the other way. White at the rim. Missed the layup. Gets his own offensive rebound. He'll put it up again, and this time it'll fall. So Trezarian White. Pass over to Van Hyde. Van Hyde back to Hodge. Three-pointer. Top of the key. Rattles in the charity spot. Free throw no good. The long rebound, however, grabbed by the Seahawks. Phillips drives to the basket, shot up with the left hand, it's good, and he's fouled. Rebound grabbed by Ross. Ross will bring it into the front court. Ross still has it coast to coast. Left right-hand layup is good. No one stopped the ball, and Ross took advantage of it. He's got 5. Newby with the bounce pass over to Jenkins, guarded by Smith. Jenkins, jumper outside the paint is good. Jenkins finally on the scoreboard. It's 10 seconds to shoot. Phillips. Jumper from the right elbow, good. What a move by Shaquem Phillips. That's his move, Danny. Put it on the floor, they left it wide open, so he'll shoot the 12-footer, he knocks it in. He'll lob it ahead for Burns, reaching the ball stolen. Ross comes up with the steal. Ahead to Hodge. Hodge at the rim, got contact, shots up with the left hand. It's good, and he's fouled. Up and down to Burns. Over and the turnover. Tried to throw it up the double team. Good defense by the Seahawks. Harvey came up with the steal, had a man open, but just getting delivered a pass. As the drive is good, as White with the finish, and he'll have an opportunity to put the Seahawks on top. Ready by Fulton. He'll kick it out to Newby. 3, top of the key, good. Newby shot it over the rim, but the rebound grabbed by Kobe from the floor, then picked up by Phillips. It's a foot race. Phillips at the rim, shot up, and he lays it in. Frankie for 3. He doesn't recognize the shot clock and a shot clock violation. Charleston overpasses on that possession. Phillips with the basketball, middle of the floor. He'll go left. He'll throw it back. Jenkins with three. Good. KJ Jenkins with the three from the right wing.
Well, UNCW, a hard-fought victory on the road at Charleston, 80-74 the final score. Coach, you mentioned the rebounding there, and 42 rebounds for UNCW compared to 39 for College of Charleston. Certainly that was one of the keys here in this game.
Yeah, it's a big part of who they are. You know, they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. And we knew that if we wanted to have a chance to win the game, we would have to match them or exceed them on that in that category. And our guys really came in, and we're not a physical rebounding team. We're more of a scrappy, you know, ratted out type of team on the rebounding side of it. And you know, I thought we did a really good job coming up with those rebounds.
Turnovers a factor as well. You had 6 in the first half, only 1 in the second half. That was a big turnaround for you guys.
We just needed to lock in, Mike. We had unforced errors in the first half. We stepped on the sideline a couple times. We just needed to lock in and focus a little bit more with the basketball, and we did that in the second half.
4 Seahawks in double figures, including 11 off the bench for both Nolan Hodge and for Donovan Newby. Those two were huge. Your bench continues to play well, whether it's giving you points or just energy and effort. It's been big.
Yeah, when we were struggling a little bit in the first half to score, Nolan came in and hit a big shot to get us going, and then down the stretch, Don stepped up late and made a couple big buckets, made some huge free throws for us. We continue to get production from other guys outside of our main guys, and that's going to be important as we go down the stretch.
Big team victory for UNCW. They take the season series with Charleston with that victory. We'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll talk about a rival, Campbell, now in the conference, in that game from Saturday in Trask Coliseum. Back with that next.
It's Ford Truck Month, and it's time to say yes. Yes to making tough jobs easy with F-150. Yes to a truck that can tow it all. Yes to power and smart technology. And yes to the best offers of the year on America's best-selling trucks. Find all your yeses during Ford Truck Month. Get 1.9% financing for 72 months with up to $4,150 package savings on select Ford trucks. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Hey, grab me one too.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. And now, enjoy breakfast till noon every day. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Well, Saturday was Campbell coming to town the first time as a conference opponent here in Trask Coliseum. And Coach, this had all the makings of a trap game because you're coming off the big win, short turnaround, and a team with a Princeton-style offense that it's not easy to prepare for them in just one day.
Right. So the first meeting we had with our guys, you know, on Friday, that was one of the things I talked about more than anything, is making sure our mentality and our approach was in the right place. And we talked about it being a trap game, a letdown game. We talked about how good they were and some of the wins they've had. And we wanted to make sure our mentality and approach was in the right place. And I think it was. You know, we prepared the right way as much as we could. I thought we executed our game plan. I thought we adjusted on the fly in the game. And, you know, I praised them yesterday that was one of those games where they had to go out and get it, and they did.
Yeah, certainly a tight ball game here. Being at home had to be a plus for you guys, but you knew it wasn't going to be easy, and I thought you attacked the zone well. They were in the zone much of that first half. You attempted a school record tying 43s, but they presented themselves because of that zone.
Right, and they were all the right threes. You know, they were inside out threes. You know, after I went back and watched the film, they were great rhythm threes for us. And we hit 15 total and 10 in the first half. It was, you know, I thought we had some great ball movement, you know, multiple possessions where 5 guys touched it. You know, we had some really good moments in the zone, and I think teams will continue to play some zone against us, and I think we'll be ready.
Yeah, 20 assisted on 74% of the made shots here in this game. Let's take a look at the highlights now from Saturday in Trask Coliseum. Another sellout crowd in Trask as well. UNCW and Campbell.
At home against Campbell. Left wing off to White. White 3 from the wing, and it's all net. And a great start there for Trazarian White, his 18th 3 this season. Right block to Vanderheiden, out to Rattan Mays, left corner Newby 3, and that's the way you attack the zone. Newby on the right side, right corner Jenkins 3, high arcing 3 is good for Jenkins, his first 3 of the game, 54th of the season for the sharpshooter out of Atlanta, Georgia to make it 16-14. Pulls up inside the arc, around and out, tapped by White, rebound controlled by Ross. UNCW chance maybe to push it. Ross will drive it all the way in off the glass and score. Jenkins near sideline off to Newby. Back to Jenkins. Open for the 3, and it rattles home. His second 3 of the ball game. Rebound to Newby. Seahawks maybe some numbers here. They drop it to Jenkins. Transition 3. Got it. And the Seahawks lead 33-30. It up by Walsh. Back down into the paint against his zone. Works into the paint now and banks it in for the right side. So finally gets able to get down and do what he wants to do. Both spins there near sideline Ross. Ross steps into a 3 and he'll knock it in.
So there it is, 2 possessions in the paint. Third possession down low. They collapse. They kick it out for Ross in the 3.
But a key bounce past Newby. Newby 3 right side, no good. Rebound for White. The putback is good. Oh, a big rebound there for Trazarian White. To Jenkins in the zone to Haja. Work it back out to Jenkins on the wing, and he knocks in a 3. Great ball movement. Another assist for UNCW. Their 16th as Jenkins up to 7. Away for Jenkins is no good. A rebound for White. And right to him. Kicks it out to Jenkins. Quickly Newby. Shot fake. Moves left with a dribble. Freed him up for a 3. Then he knocks in. It away from Del Orso, kicks it out to Newby. Newby 3, left wing, too hard. Long rebound, tracked down by Newby. Pulls up from 15 and knocks it in. Oh, what a big play by Donovan Newby. The rebound, the miss, the jump shot. Now a timeout here for UNCW. Phillips right with 4, now 3, has to think shot. Pulls up, shoots it, banks it in! The first basket, the first points tonight for Shaquem Phillips. Seahawks up 5. Phillips. 5 on the shot clock, he'll drive, knocks his man over near sideline. Newby 3 on the way, and he hits it. Oh, what a big shot! Donovan Newby's 5th 3 of the ball game, and the Seahawks up 67-64, 3:37 to go. Phillips defended by Boisteris, he'll drive, he'll go all the way, he'll hang, have it blocked away. McGriff, the rebound, the put back is good, the baseline. Oh my goodness, what a shot by McGriff.
77-74 the final score. UNCW comes up with some big plays down the stretch to close this game out here, Coach. And again, your bench was big. 33 bench points here, and Donovan Newby, a big part of that with a career-high 22. Again, a couple of weeks ago, his confidence maybe was shot, but he's been in the gym, he's been working hard, and you see what could happen this week that he had.
Yeah, he was huge in the game, where Shaquem only had 2 points, and Trey, he wasn't scoring the ball much. We were struggling to score. He kind of put us on his back, and he hit big shots down the stretch to get us a little bit of separation. And he came up with some big free throws at the end in that game as well. So, I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's working his way out of his little funk that he was in. We're going to need him more than anything down the stretch. And, I'm so happy that he was able to be tough enough and stick with his process to get through that thing. And I couldn't say enough good things about him.
As a team, 15 threes. He had nearly half. He had 6. Donovan Newby did in that win. Again, the Seahawks get the win 77-74. What a way to start off conference play in that series with Campbell. We'll take another break here. When we get back, it's our Pepsi player profile. We introduce you to Shamar Rattan-Mays, one of the new members this season, the transfer from Youngstown State. That's next. Stay with us.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, time for the Pepsi player profile. Shamar Rattan-Mays, a transfer from Youngstown State. And Coach, sometimes it takes these transfers a little time to get adjusted and find their way in this program. But now that he's been that defensive guy, that energy guy off the bench. He's been really good lately for you.
Yeah, he has. He's impacted winning in a major way. He impacts our program in a positive way. He's a big-time leader, a guy that's a fiery competitor. He's going to be a coach one day, and, he takes it serious. He takes it serious. He loves his teammates. His teammates respect him. He works really hard. He runs our scout team. How many guys would put their egos to the side and have enough humility to embrace being on the scout team? And he's embraced it. He loves it. So I can't say enough good things about him either. I'm glad he's in our program.
Again, you look at transfers, it's got to be a culture guy. It's got to be a guy that fits in what you're doing, and he certainly embodies that.
He does. He does. That was one thing that really drew us to him was his character. Everybody had nothing but good things to say about him. He comes from a basketball family. He's a great kid, high character, all about the right things, and he's a great fit for our program.
John Smith sits down now with Shamar Rattan-Mays and has more on the transfer.
Welcome back. John Smith here with Shamar Rattan-Mays, a transfer in from Youngstown State, but Youngstown State via north of the border. What does basketball in Canada mean to you? There are now so many more players that are coming and playing in the States. Do you feel like there's more respect for the game there now?
Absolutely more respect. I mean, growing up being from Canada, it meant a lot. because whenever we went to the States for AAU tournaments and stuff like that, we were always the one team from Canada that always had something to prove. So now seeing guys perform on the big stage, a lot more guys in the NBA. Canada finished 3rd in the World Cup this year. It just goes to show that we have a lot of talent and that we're to be respected in the sport.
And you played for a very good program, a program that has had, you know, a ton of players. Just name some of those guys that you know, we were talking about: O'Shea Brissett, Tyler Ennis. I mean, there are guys that are now in the pros and making a living in first-round draft picks.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Orangeville Prep for 4 years. In my time there, there's been a bunch of pros. Jamal Murray and Thon Maker were there the year before I got there. When I got there, O'Shea Brissett was there, Lugans Dort was there, and then a bunch of guys that just went on to play pro overseas as well. It was a high school team, but it felt like a pro environment when I was there because there was so much talent.
Your decision to go to Youngstown and now to UNCW, what brought you here? And what was it about the program that you said, I want to come to the beach?
Well, when I had entered the portal, I didn't want to be in there for long. And when UNCW reached out, I just wanted to get a visit set up. And I had no intentions of committing right away. I wanted to kind of weigh all my options, go on all my visits. But I committed right at the end of my visit just because I was so in love with the people. Firstly, like the coaching staff. I didn't get to meet too many of the players, but the players that I met just had unbelievable character. But just seeing how genuine the guys were, it's a winning culture, and just seeing everything that they've tried to build while Coach Sid has been here is just something I want to be a part of.
What has the off season? What was the off season like getting ready for when you are a newcomer to a team that brings or has so many veterans returning? How do you kind of gel and become part of the team? Is it difficult, or is it a welcoming? They welcome you with come join the team.
Yeah, well, firstly, they definitely just welcomed me with open arms. I think that was really important. They made it a lot easier on me, but I've never had issues gelling with new groups. It was a really intense off season for sure, probably the most intense I've ever had. But I'm a dog at heart, and Coach surrounded me with a bunch of dogs, so it was easy for me to gel. Not too many problems, and I kind of liked that there were so many returners because they kind of had that group set. Everyone already knew each other, and it was just me that had to get to know everybody else, opposed to being on a team where there's a bunch of new transfers and everybody's trying to figure things out. They kind of had the foundation, and I'm just trying to work my way into it.
Coach Siddle's mindset has always been defense first, and on the offensive end, you kind of have a lot of freedom. Has that been hard to know that, you know, I might be tired, but I still have to get everything, you know, on that defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, there's times in practice where I definitely feel fatigued, and you got to push that extra mile because there's a certain expectation that's held in this, and certain standards in this program that just have to be met. But defensively, it's been a bit of a challenge, just picking up new things, just to be completely honest, but it's been a challenge that I've really wanted to embrace. It's been really fun, and just playing for a coach that is telling you you get stuff done on the defensive end, and I'm giving you the freedom on offense. It's every player's dream. So just being able to continue to buy into those standards and knowing what he expects from us on defense is something I'm going to continue to do.
This atmosphere at Trask Coliseum, you have not been able to experience it. What have the guys told you? Because, you know, last season when you have a top 25 Charleston come in these different teams, it can really, really be intimidating for other teams when they come in. What have they told you?
Well, first they told me winning is going to pack this place out. As long as we're taking care of business and winning multiple games, Trask will be packed. And just the type of gym that we have, it feels like when it's packed, the atmosphere is kind of like it's hovering over the court. It's intimidating, like you said, for the opposing team. And it's just a fun environment to play in. I think that's the biggest thing when we're on the court. We want to have fun, and being able to have a home court advantage is super fun as a player.
Well, I appreciate you joining me. We'll be right back.
Thank
you. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's time to say yes. Yes to making tough jobs easy with F-150. Yes to a truck that can tow it all. Yes to power and smart technology. And yes to the best offers of the year on America's best-selling trucks. Find all your yeses during Ford Truck Month. Get 1.9% financing for 72 months with up to $4,150 package savings on select Ford trucks. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Hey, grab me one too.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. And now, enjoy breakfast till noon every day. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Time now for this week's Play of the Week. It was huge in the outcome on Saturday against Campbell University. Kamari McGriff provides us our Play of the Week.
Phillips defended by Boisteris. He'll drive. He'll go all the way. He'll hang. Have it blocked away. McGriff. The rebound. The put back is good. Baseline. Oh my goodness! What a shot by McGriff. What a heck of a Play of the Week. A big play during the course of that game. Late game situation against Campbell. Kamari McGriff hits that shot. Coach, again, it impressed me that he had the presence of mind to know where the shot clock was at that time, and that was a high degree of difficulty shot.
Yeah, he's a smart kid. You know, he's starting to really learn the game, and so for him to have the awareness to take that shot with the shot clock winding down like it was impressive. But more than anything, I told him after the game, I said, hey, look, I know you don't work on that shot, but I said the work that you put in on a consistent basis helped you make this shot. And it gave you the confidence to step up and make this shot. And, you know, he's a guy that's growing in our program. He is in the gym right now. He's growing in our program in a major way, and this in-game experience that he's getting is only going to help him at the back end of his career.
Yeah, maybe you don't win that game if not for that shot. Our Play of the Week. How about the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week? We've touched on him, Donovan Newby, but a great week for him. He averaged 16.5 points, 48% shooting, 41% from three, Coach. Made all his free throws, 2 assists per game as well. The career high 22 points against Campbell. And again, you put in good time off the court, off of practice and games, good things will happen.
It does, and being a good person. You know, having high character, because if you're not a good person, you don't have high character. When your minutes and stuff start to get cut a little bit and things aren't going your way, you stop working, you stop being about the right things and putting the team first. He didn't do any of that. You know, he kept his head down, kept working. He was for the team, and he stuck with his process, and you know, he's coming out on the other side of it.
Yeah, certainly a big boost off the bench recently for UNCW. Donovan Newby, this week's Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Well, with the week the Seahawks had, it's putting them in pretty good shape in the standings. We'll take a look at those and what's ahead for UNCW next.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, with the week the Seahawks had, certainly looking interesting atop the standings as we take a look at our Hardee's CAA standings. Drexel in first place, behind them Charleston, Towson, and yes, UNCW, which presents a very big game this week. But Coach, again, coming back from losing your first two games on the road to start conference play to now be a game out in first place, what does it tell you about this team and the resiliency of this team?
It tells me a lot about that. We are resilient. We do have championship DNA in this program. And, you know, our process and our culture is what's gotten us in the place that we're in right now. You know, in some programs, you go down 0-2, you keep spiraling down. Our guys continue to work. We stuck with our process. We believed in what we're doing. And we're in a really good place right now. Have a lot of great opportunities out there to keep on, you know, improving our resume and putting us in a good position. But we have to continue to make sure that we're taking care of us, UNCW, and we have to keep getting better and becoming more connected as a team. And I think we're doing that.
Well, and a chance to do that this week as well as we take a look at the week ahead for UNCW. It starts Thursday, a huge game at home against Drexel. Second meeting with the Dragons here, and it's basically a game for first place in the conference standings as well. And, you know, a challenge here, obviously, once again, a tough setback in Philadelphia, but that was the very first game of conference play for you. I would think you're a different team than you were back early January.
Yeah, we certainly are a different team. We are. You know, rewatching the game, we had great looks, but we weren't physical enough. We weren't tough enough. We didn't compete hard enough. I think those two games up there woke us up and helped us understand that we needed to raise all of that. And we have, and we've started to be more disciplined and more detailed. It's going to be a tough game. We know that. But we're more prepared for it now.
Yeah, looking for a big crowd, looking for another sellout crowd in Trask Coliseum as well. If you cannot make it out, we will have that for you on Flow Sports, 95.9 The Breeze, also the Bounce Network as well. And then the Seahawks Saturday, 2 o'clock tip, UNCW and Hampton. Again, we'll have that game for you on 95.9 The Breeze. So two big games. They're all big at this time of year in February in conference play, but the Seahawks a chance to get into a tie for first place this week. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takeo Siddle and Riley Nance behind the scenes, I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.
anticipated pass. Oh, windmill dunk this time from Trezarian White. Instead of dunk for Horton Hayes.
Come on, pressure it! Pressure it!